Vatniks. It started as a humble padded jacket, a symbol of survival in the Soviet Union. But today, Vatnik has transformed into a global meme, a political label, a lightning rod for controversy. It is a tool for exposing propaganda, or just another weapon in the battle of online discourse. The term Vatnik comes from the Russian word for cotton wool, vata, and originally referred to padded cotton jackets widely used in the Soviet Union. Cheap and durable, the Vatnik became a symbol of the working class resilience during harsh winters and wartime struggles. For decades, it carried no particular political connotation. It was simply a utilitarian garment. The padded jacket reflects the Soviets' ethos of practicality over luxury, making it an unassuming but iconic cultural artifact. Its unpretentious nature aligned with a state-driven narrative of collectivization, work ethic, and self-resilience. In 2011, a Russian artist named Anton Chadin reimagined the Vatnik as a satirical character. The cartoon depicted a portly, self-satisfied figure whose quilted jacket wasn't just clothing, it was armor against logic, critical thinking, and divisive perspectives. For Chadin, the Vatnik symbolized a stereotypical archetype, individuals whose uncritical absorption of Kremlin's propaganda, dismissing dissent and glorifying and/or idealizing the Soviet past. The cartoon's simplicity and exaggeration made it instantly recognizable, contributing to its rapid spread. It resonated in a post-Soviet context where nostalgia for the USSR clashed with the challenges of modern Russia. In early 2015, Anton Chadinsky reported that he had had to leave Russia in late 2014 due to concerns over political persecution. He later moved to Kiev. Later in 2016, the Russian government had blocked the original post, Rashka the Square Vatnik, as it was deemed to be offensive to the ethnic Russians and Russian state officials. The term has gained prominence in the wake of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The anti-Russian internet group NAFO uses Vatnik slang and imagery very commonly in English language tweets and memes. If we are to follow this meme further, we find ourselves at Vatnik Soup, a Twitter-based series of individuals that are deemed to be Russian disinformation actors. Since 2022, over 200 individuals and organizations have been compiled, many of them being deemed as useful idiots distributing Russian information on social media, especially since the invasion of Ukraine. The Vatnik meme emerged during a period of rising nationalism and state-sponsored propaganda. The government, under Vladimir Putin, had intensified efforts to promote a unified, patriotic narrative. Chadin's creation struck a chord, poking fun at a mindset that many saw as emblematic of a segment of society unwilling or unable to engage with the complexities of Russia's role in the modern world. The meme functioned as a counterpoint to state narratives, empowering younger and more critical voices within Russia. However, its satirical nature also alienated those who felt it unfairly characterized sincere patriotism. As social media platforms grew, so did the reach of the Vatnik meme. Initially confined to Russian-speaking audiences, it gained international traction after Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014. Suddenly, Vatnik no longer was a critique of Russian domestic propaganda. It became shorthand for anyone whose uncritical support for pro-Russian narratives on a global stage. The meme capitalized on the growing polarization between pro-Russian and pro-Western narratives. Its simplicity made it a versatile tool for activists and commentators on both sides of the debate. Terms fixably allowed it to evolve beyond its original meaning. On one hand, it was used humorously to mock the outdated stereotypes of Soviet nostalgia, like jokes about surviving on vodka and patriotism. On the other hand, it became a weapon in online discourse, particularly during debates about Russia's interference in foreign elections, the war in Ukraine, and global disinformation campaigns. The humour of the Vatnik meme helped engage audiences on a younger spectrum, who often used humour as a way to navigate complex political topics. However, the term's growing use as a catch-all insult risks trivializing legitimate critiques of nationalism and propaganda. The rise of Vatnik reflects a broader cultural shift in how we discuss propaganda and nationalism in a digital age. It's a term that thrives in the fast-paced, meme-driven world of the internet, where complex ideas are often reduced to symbols and hashtags. While Vatnik has been effective at calling out disinformation, its widespread adoption raises questions about oversimplification of political identities in an online discourse. The memeified nature of Vatnik can obscure deeper systemic issues, focusing attention on individuals rather than the structures involved. On one of the most significant benefits of this term, Vatnik, is its ability to highlight the dangers of unchecked propaganda. By giving a name to a mindset of blind loyalty to authoritarian narratives, it encourages people to question the information they consume. The term acts as shorthand for identifying and calling out propaganda, making complex ideas about state control more accessible to the general public. And its satirical edge engages younger audiences, fostering skepticism of official narratives in an era dominated by social media and state controlled news outlets. Activists and independent media have successfully used Vatnik labels to educate the public on how propaganda works, helping to combat the spread of misinformation. In this way, Vatnik serves as a catalyst for political discourse and critical engagement. The Vatnik phenomena reflects a broader trend in modern politics, the use of labels to define and divide. While these labels can be useful, and for identifying harmful ideologies, they also risk oversimplifying the complex web of identities, cultures, and politics that shape human behavior. It underscores the need for thoughtful engagement and reminds us that whilst labels can highlight problems, they can rarely offer solutions. The analysis by the journalist Vadim Nikitin, writing in the American socialist magazine Jacobin, has criticized the trope of the uneducated working class Vatnik Putin supporters as classist and inaccurate, writing that it whitewashes and elades the essential role played by the middle and upper middle classes in bringing about and sustaining Putinism. He describes the trope as the latest iteration of a long history of social elitism within Russian liberalism, in which it is believed that only a minuscule elite, the intelligentsia, was capable of awakening and stewing the mute, slumbering masses. He compared the term to Hillary Clinton's use of the phrase basket of deplorables to describe some of the Donald Trump supporters in the 2016 election. In an era where disinformation campaigns influence everything from elections to public health, the term Vatnik serves as both a warning and a weapon. They remind us that propaganda is not a relic of the past, but an evolving tool in modern information warfare. The Vatnik label highlights the persistence of authoritarian narratives in shaping global discourse. It underscores the importance of recognizing how state-backed media and coordinated campaigns manipulate information. By the use of these terms, individuals or groups can point out and critique elements that are trying to disinform the masses and push back. But while the term is effective critique of propaganda, it also simplifies the problem. Disinformation isn't confined to one side. It's a global issue affecting democracies and authoritarian regimes. Not that we should necessarily ignore the authoritarian regimes, but being mindful that the over application of these terms can sometimes negate our own culpability. These memes are, in fact, political tools. In a world where attention spans are short and content is king, memes convey powerful messages in a format that is easy to share and understand. They become a frontline weapon in the battle for public opinion. Memes strip down complex ideas into digestible, relatable forms, allowing them to spread rapidly. However, oversimplification can lead in itself to misinformation or reinforcement of biases. The Vatnik phenomenon highlights the urgent need for media literacy, understanding how to identify propaganda, question sources, and critically analyze information is essential in today's digital world. Without these skills, people are vulnerable to the very disinformation the term Vatnik seeks to expose. Thank you for listening to this video. Whether or not it provides any useful information, I'll let you be the judges of that. I just want to leave you with the message to help build bridges rather than create further polarization in this online space. Terms like Vatnik are potentially useful, particularly in those actors that may not be of good faith, but equally further polarizing the counterpoints may only help to divide our societies. Making sure that we hold out a hand for helpful dialogue is, or at least should be, the first way we approach these topics. Please subscribe, like, and share your thoughts. Thank you.